Someone's dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone's found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live, go on and never die. Have you heard the news? What did it say? Who's won that race? What's the weather like today? It's Good News Week. Lots of blood in Asia now. They've butchered up the sacred cow. They've got a lot to eat. It's Good News Week. Doctors finding many ways of wrapping brains in metal trays to keep us from the heat.
So I was kind of going through some files here. I had a hard drive crash, an old one, and it had all my books on it, thousands of books. But I remember the important ones, so I'll just get them again. I was just reading some of this MK Ultra classification stuff because it's interesting. And these are on. This is from. Hey, look, it ends. Looks the project in the field of LSD is going to end September 11th, 1954. The LSD. The ABC LSD 1, 2, 3, you and me. There's a lot of money, $39,500 will serve as a cutout to cover this project and will furnish the above funds to a philanthropic grant for medical research. A service charge of $790, 2% of the estimate budget, is to be paid to the for service. Thus, the charge for the project will not exceed $40,290 for a period ending September 11th. So they stole some money, it looks like. I hit it. I mean, they literally just typed it up. Project MK Ultra. Project Bazaar. The 5G project. Always give these people your power. Always do. They always tell you, these technocrats, it's the terms of service. And you click it and you just go on with your day. And they take all of your data. You know, when something's free, that just means you're the product. There ain't nothing free in life. That's why when you go to jail, you get charged, and you go to a cell where they hold your power. They own everything else. They don't own you, but they own everything else. You know, the Bushes, they own the biggest water reservoir in the world. I think, hold on, let me pause here. Okay, global research. I'm sure this is an old article. Market article, 2002. Global research, October 5th, 2019. The new water barons, the Wall Street banks, and elitist multi-billionaires are buying up water all over the world at unprecedented rate. At an unprecedented rate. Here you go. Bush family buy up Guarani Aquifer, which is the largest aquifer in the world. Is the largest. Here you go. Bush family buy up Guarani Aquifer, which is the largest aquifer in the world. Is the largest. The groundwater is the largest renewable freshwater in the world, with an expanse of 1.2 million square kilometers, volume of 40,000 kilometers. I don't know. It's a lot of water. They bought all the water. That's what I'm trying to say. But they can't buy you. They used to be slaves. You know, like, you used to be slaves. America is the one country that happened to free the slaves, which is a good thing. I don't know why everybody's always ragging on us about that. There are more slaves alive and being sold and traded right now than have ever existed before. So we can continue the fight against slavery if you so choose. But and it's a good thing we give up. We gave those things up. But once it's just like you do one thing and they take another. You do one thing and they take another. Some of our rights were taken away when we freed the slaves, like marriage license, because people were still racist and they didn't want whites and blacks getting married, so they instituted the marriage license, which means they can deny your marriage if they so choose. Yeah. And same thing with guns, because you just freed the people you enslaved, so you can't necessarily just give them all guns right away, I guess. I don't know. But it's just, these things just happen, These things just happen. Barack with a U. You know why with a U? Because in Arabic, when Jesus said Satan fell from the sky like lightning, fell from the heavens like lightning, that's what Jesus said. In the Arabic tongue, he would have said that Satan fell like Barack Obama. Do you know that? But it was Barack with a U, but now in the more modern Arabic, it's actually an O. They go, oh, Barack Obama. The abomination of desolation. You have to have these things just like unfold the way that they do. These are all signs. And I believe, if you read the Bible, hey, if you read Revelations, then you would know how confusing it is until you understand that it's telling the same story twice. It tells it once, it tells it twice. I believe we're going to go through a little softcore kind of, it's just going to go through the signs in a soft core, like all the way through Revelations, and then boom, it's going to hit hard, and it's like we're being shown all the signs. I mean, these words and stuff, they have meaning, and like there's no way. The abomination of desolations happens before the trumpets sound. Now we got Trump Pence in the office, so Barack Obama, then you got Trump Pence coming, he fell like lightning from the sky. Let's see how this guy falls now that it just come out that he actually did, all this nefarious stuff and pretty much colluded with Russia. But, we all know that because he implemented the Espionage Act more than any other president, I think. I think combined. Because all those, he just would jail people who spoke up. Tons of journalists. It's crazy. Like Dinesh D'Souza. And he's a smart little cookie because he donated a couple $1,000s extra, which is illegal, but he got like an unheard of punishment for it. Then you got Rosie O'Donnell, who just admits to it and will just openly try to bribe politicians, and nothing happens to him. Anyway, enough about that. Politics. Poly means many, and a tick is a blood-sucking insect. That's exactly what they are. So we're gonna go through this revelation and this technocratic, bureaucratic, and they're trying to make everything automatic because they got to control you. They can't just let you have all that freedom and just give you a smart car and not track you. You're gonna have these machines controlling you at one point. And the transhumanism movement it's getting weird. I'll tell you that. There's some weird stuff out there. It's just like how 9/11 happened. It was on 911. And we call it 911. And it's 9/11. And this project MKUltra funding ended 9/11. 1954 or whatever. 10 is a godly number. It's a perfect number. And when you call 911, you're skipping over calling on God and you're calling on man. And you need to be calling on God for help. You need to be praying these things. And I need to be doing this more. Kind of hypocritical, but I mean, I pray for dinner, and I pray, but I need to do that more, and not be calling on man for help so much. Call on God first. And that's the significance of 9/11. But the original technocrat, and I don't even like calling him a technocrat because he wasn't a technocrat. He was like the antithesis of it, but he was brilliant. And his name was Nikola Tesla. And there's a weird thing about that man, if you study him. I mean, 80% of the stuff we use today were invented by him, And when he died, I think he died alone in a hotel with all of his inventions and whatever he had. But when he died, he had trunks of like schematics and stuff like that were supposed to go back to Russia. Well, they didn't, and the person who was in charge of taking it was John G. Trump. Familiar? Believe it's Donald Trump's uncle. So he got it all. It's no findings. I mean, the guy who invented everything in the world we use today, John G. Trump just had 0 findings on it. It's a weird, odd connection. Now, it'd be fun to really just dive into that, and I have. There's some books that are about Baron Trump that were written before his time, before Donald Trump's time, before any of his... And it is weird, the similarities. I mean, one is where the guy lives in New York, and he lives on the same street Donald Trump lived on, whatever that main street is. All these similarities, and it's wacky. It is wacky. But there is a John G. Trump, there is a Trump Nikola Tesla connection. Also, the Clintons are involved in this little thing as well. But these technocrats are going to rule us all, and they will know where you are, what you're doing, and what you're thinking. I'm fighting for cognitive liberty, and now we need to fight for cognitive liberty now before cognitive liberty, before everything else I was talking about, and everybody thought I was crazy until it came to fruition, and it's just part of reality, But they will be able to read your thoughts, and we need to fight for cognitive liberty now. But anyway, I'd rather just joke around and stuff. I don't know, this whole thing is kind of going weird direction. I like it. Anyway, what's up, Zuckerberg? What's going on? You just been there the whole time, dude. What are you doing? Getting some pizza? Anyway, stay safe.